So find yourself a nice, comfortable seated position. And just take a moment to check your posture. Check that you're sitting up nice and straight. Doesn't matter if you don't have your legs crossed, you can have your legs out in front of you. But the important thing is to have a straight spine. So the heart sitting the head sitting directly over the heart, over the pelvis, one straight line. So you can leave the eyes open or you can close them. And we'll just take a moment just to settle ourselves at the beginning of class. So just roll the shoulders back and down. And we'll bring the attention onto the breath. So breathing evenly in through the nostrils and out through the nostrils. Not forcing it, not changing your breathing, but just observing the slow, easy flow of breath in and out. Just observe the quality of the breath. Do you feel you're breathing evenly and deeply? Which usually means that you're calm and relaxed. Or maybe your breath is a bit rushed at the moment. Maybe you're feeling a bit stressful, and that's okay. But just observe. Observe the way you're feeling and observe the breath. And now as you continue to breathe in and out through the nose, when you breathe in, I want you to ensure that the air is going all the way down through the chest, but into the belly. So the belly will expand as you inhale, filling up with air, and then fall back again as you exhale. And it can be quite nice to bring your right hand and place it on your heart, your left hand on your belly, so that you can actually feel that gentle rise and fall as you inhale and exhale. Just carry on breathing, letting the belly fill up with air, expanding and then contracting. And as your breath deepens and as you focus on the breath, you usually feel a corresponding calming of the mind and of the emotions. And we can see that the control of the breath can also bring calmness and control to the mind. So just bring your hands back onto your knees. And now just allow the breath to slow down a little, become longer, become deeper. And allowing the mind to slow down as we become ready for the rest of the class. Just take another inhale and exhale. And on the next inhale, gently open up the eyes. So hopefully just a really simple exercise has just slowed you down a little bit, got you into the zone. And I will start, we'll just do some very gentle stretches in the joints to get us ready for the postures we'll be doing later. So extend the legs in front of you, bring the hands just onto the thighs. Check you're still sitting up nice and straight. And so push the heels away from you slightly, so that will activate the legs. And as you inhale through the nose, bring the toes closer towards you, so pointing them towards you, kind of towards your face. And as you exhale, point the toes away. Inhale, bring the toes towards you. Exhale, point them away. One last time, inhale, really with intention, pulling the toes towards you. And exhale, pressing them away. Now bring the hands up parallel to the floor, so fingers pointing upwards. As you inhale, and as you exhale, press the fingertips down, stretching out the back of the wrists. Inhale, come up. Check you're still sitting up nice and straight. Exhale, point the fingers down. One last time, inhale. Bring the fingertips up. Push the base of the palm away. Exhale down. Now bring the hands into fists. And now stretch out the fingers really wide. Stretching out all the fingers. And then back into fists. And out, open, close, open, close. Check you're still sitting up nice and straight. It's easy to slouch. And now we're just going to rotate the wrists in one direction, nice and slowly as far, so that you're really kind of twisting as much as you can, and then reverse. Round the other way. Excellent. Bring the hands be up to either side of you. We'll do some side bends. So take the left hand, just reach it out slightly, up on your fingertips, and reach up with the right hand. As you exhale, come over, keeping both sitting bones pressing into the ground. You might want to bring the palm flat to the floor. It'll let you come down further. You can look up to the ceiling underneath your right arm. It'll help you stretch a little bit more. So inhale, swap over. So bring the right hand down, left arm up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, come over. That always feels, I think that feels really nice. Both sitting bones, the left has a tendency to want to come up. Make sure you're still pressing into the floor, the left sitting bone. And the more you press your left fingertips away, the more stretch you will get. Inhale, come back up. Let's stretch both arms up, really reaching out through the waist. Bring the hands down. So hug the right knee into the chest. And then if it's comfortable to do so, cross it over. If it's not, just leave it where it is. It's absolutely fine. But cross it over if you can get the foot flat on the floor. Take the right hand, bring it out behind you, so up on the fingertips. And now you'll have a choice, either hug the knee and twist round, or if you feel you want a bit more of a twist, you can hook the elbow inside the knee. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, twist round. Inhale, stretching up with the torso, sucking in the belly. And exhale, twist round with the breath. One last time, inhale, lengthen. So you feel as if your head is almost being pulled up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, twist round. And you can turn and look over your right shoulder if you can do so without straining the neck at all. Come back to center. We're going to swap over. So stretch out the right leg, hug the left knee in. Your choice again. You can either leave it here or cross it over the extended leg. You can either hug on, but before you do that, take your left arm, put it behind you, up on the fingertips, and you can either hug the knee, or if you want slightly more of a twist, hook your elbow inside. Inhale, lengthen up through the torso. Exhale, twist round. And if you've hooked your elbow in, it can help you sort of lever round. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, see if you can find space, twist. One last inhale, sucking in the belly. Exhale, twist. Come back to center. Stretch out the legs, give them a shake. And then let's come up onto hands and knees from here. So come up, hands and knees, hands directly underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath the hips. Spread out the fingertips nice and wide. So for cat and cow, we're going to wake up the spine. So as you inhale, drop the belly, roll the shoulders back, look up. You really feel that stretch all the way through the spine. Exhale, tuck the tailbone in, push the spine up to the ceiling, tuck the chin to the chest. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, drop the belly, open up the chest, gazing upwards. Exhale, reverse, so tuck the tailbone in, really push the back up to the ceiling, tucking in the chin. And with the breath, inhale, dropping the belly, lovely and slow movement all the way along the spine, feeling it in every vertebrae. So tucking the tailbone in, pushing upwards, come back to neutral. So just to make sure you're fully engaged, I want you to dial the hands outwards, so as if you're trying to spin your fingertips so they're opening up, and that'll switch on the arms, so you're really nice and engaged. From here, we're going to kick the left leg back, foot flexed. And let's just do just the foot and the leg first, so really pushing away with you with the heel. Pushing away from the floor. And then bring the knee back down. Do it with the right foot, so push your heel away. Keeping the hands dialing out so the arms are engaged. Then next, just neutral, gazing at the floor in front of you. Bring the knee down. So you can either repeat that or you can incorporate the arms. So again, the left leg, kicking it back. And if you would like, bring the arm, the opposite arm, so it's left leg, right arm. So you're pushing away with you with the heel and the toes flexed, really stretching the arm forward. Stay here for a few breaths, nice and stable. Then come back down. And now right leg, left arm. So kick the right leg back, toes flexed. You can, if you want, incorporate the arms. So pushing your fingers and your heel to the opposite sides of the room. Pushing away from the floor with the supporting arm. And then come back to neutral. We're going to do that again on both sides, but this time we're going to bring in a crunch. So it's up to you if you want to do this, or if you just want to do the legs, or if you just want to do the legs and arms. But it's left leg, kick it away. You can bring the right arm up, stretching in opposite directions. And then if you'd like, you can bring your knee and your elbow in with control, squeeze. Then back out. Really pushing away, pushing up with the supporting arm. Come back to neutral. On the other side, kick your right heel back. You can bring the left arm out. And then squeeze in for a crunch, really squeeze. Try and get the nose to the knee. Then back out. Ooh. And then back on all fours. So from here, we're going to do our first downward dog. So walk the hands just slightly in front of you, tuck the toes under, and then push your hips up, slowly peel them up. Pushing your hips up and back. So you can try walking your heels, one heel then the other, down towards the floor. Keep the fingertips nice and spread. And pushing the hips up and back so that you're straightening out the spine. Excellent. And from here, we're going to come up into standing. So walk the hands slowly. Walk the feet slowly in between the hands. Sorry about that. So you're in a full forward fold, and then we're going to come up one vertebra at a time. Last thing to come up is the head. Roll the shoulders back. Palms facing forward. And take a moment to observe maybe how your breath has changed now after that amount of exertion. And close down the eyes. Feel the energy. So from here, we're going to do a few rounds of sun salutation. So if you're not already there, just come to the front of your mat, top of your mat. Feet shoulder distance apart. And again, dive your feet outwards, because this will activate and engage the thighs and the glutes and the core. Roll the shoulders back. Take a moment just to prepare. A couple of deep breaths. And then with the breath on the inhale, reach the arms up, stretching up to the ceiling. Push the hips forward. Slight back bend. Exhale, fall forward with a flat back. Come all the way down into forward fold. You can bend your knees if you would like. From here, on the inhale, come up halfway. Flat back. Exhale. Bring the hands down to the floor. You can bend your knees. Kick your feet back. You can put your knees down if you would like, or you can keep your knees up in plank position. Slowly roll, lower down to the floor. Drop your hips. Push up into cobra. Try and keep your elbows in tight to the side of the body. From here, tuck the toes under. We're going to come up into downward dog. You have a choice. You can either push the hips up and back, or you can just come up onto all fours. First of all, which is easier, and then push the hips up. First, sun salutation. So from here, we're going to come into standing. So you can either walk the feet forward or step the feet in between the hands. Come up halfway. Exhale, fall forward. And then inhale, reaching up, and then come back into mountain. So that was nice and slow, so we're going to repeat that 2 more times, and we'll just do it faster with the breath and less instruction as well. I'll give you less prompts. Roll the shoulders back, get ready, and inhale, reach up, exhale, fall forward, inhale, come up halfway, exhale, hands to the ground, kick feet back, put the knees down if you would like, lower chin and chest to the floor, push up to cobra, tuck toes under, push hips up and back into downward dog. Look between the hands and either walk forward or step. Feet between the hands, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands in prayer. Final round. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, fall forward. Come up halfway. Exhale, bring hands to the floor, kick feet back, lower chin and chest to the floor. Push up, cobra, looking up, tuck toes under, come up into downward dog. And then look between the hands and step or walk forward. Halfway up. Exhale, pull forward fold. Then inhale, back up. And then hands in prayer. Then bring them to the sides with palms forward. And again, close down the eyes. Observe the breath. Feel the energy. So hopefully you're nice and awake now. So we'll do a couple of standing postures. So just pick up your foot, swing it around so that you're in a wide-legged position. So your feet are pointing forward. You're going to pick up the toes on the right foot, turn them 90 degrees to the side. Just turn the back foot in slightly, just a very small amount. Inhale, arms parallel to the ground. Exhale, bring the torso over to the sides. And once you've gone as far as you can go, just change the position of the hands. So the right arm is resting on the calf, the left arm is stretching up. Keep your tailbone tucked in. You can look up at the palm, up towards the ceiling, or look at the thumb. Stay here for a couple of breaths. Stay strong in the thighs. And then to come out of the position, just look down at your right toes, put a slight bend in the knee. Come back up. We're going to go into warrior two. So you might want a slightly wider stance, although your feet stay in the same position. Yep, so bring the arms back up, and this time we're going to bend the right knee. So my legs aren't far enough apart, so I'm just going to shiggle them out so that it's more comfortable for me, so I can come down further, but my knee is directly above my ankle. Push back with the pinkies, which will open up the chest, and turn and look over the right hand. Look at the middle finger. Keep the tailbone tucked in. Keep the right knee pressing open. It's got a tendency to want to come in. And from here, we're going to reverse warrior. So turn the right hand up. We're going to go into a slight back bend. Bring the left hand to the thigh. Look up at the palm. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Keep the right knee bent. And then come back into warrior two. We'll stay here for 2 more breaths. Strong in the legs, nice and graceful in the arms, like a warrior. And then to come up, just straighten the right leg and turn both toes directly towards the front. If you want to stop and give your legs a shake, feel free to do so. So nice wide-legged stance here. We're going to do forward fold. Bring the hands to the hips. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, look up. Squeeze the elbows together at the back. And then exhale, fall forward. Trying to keep your back flat. So we're pivoting from the hips. And then when you come as far as is comfortable, if you can reach, bring your hands to the floor. Or if not, you can just support with your hands on your thighs. So you want to feel as if the chest is coming towards the floor. And once you're as far as is comfortable, you can drop the head. Try and breathe deeply here. And if your hands are on the floor, you want to try and keep your elbows pointing in towards each other. So they're not kind of coming out, pointing to either side, but bring them in. And then to come out of this position, 2 options. You can either bring your hands to the hips, but if you need a bit more support, bring the hands to the thighs. You want to come up slowly with a flat back. Excellent. And from here, come back to the top of the mat. And we're going to do a flow down into child's pose. So I think we might run out of video time. So roll the shoulders back. And try and make this one, really try and incorporate each movement with the breath. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, hands to the floor. Kick the feet back. Put the knees down if you would like, but lower chin and chest to the floor. Push up, cobra. From here, we're just going to push the hips back, open up the knees, bring the big toes together, sink the hips back as far towards the heels as you can, bringing the forehead to the floor. And just listen to the sound the breath makes. Close down the eyes. Take a moment to relax here. And so from here, walk your hands closer to the body. Bring the knees in and tuck your toes under. Tuck your toes under. From here, so we're not going to go into downward dog. We're just going to push the hips up. Walk the feet in, just so that from here we can roll up into standing. Bring yourselves back into a wide leg position. We're going to do the standing postures on the other side. So pick up the toes on the left foot, turn them 90 degrees out. Pick up the toes on the right, turn in slightly, but hips still facing square. Bring up the arms. Take a deep breath in, exhale, bring the torso over to the left, and when you've gone as far as you can go, drop the left hand, left arm, reach the right arm up, just a triangle. Look up at the right thumb. And you want to keep your tailbone tucked in. So almost as if you imagine the hole from your hips Right the way up to the head, it's tucked in between two sheets of glass. So you're in the one plane. Couple more breaths here. You really feel that down the left inner thigh. Come out, turn, look at the left foot, bend the left knee slightly. Come on up. And we're going to go into warrior two. So inhale, make sure the shoulders are back. Exhale, bend the left knee. You might want to have a slightly wider stance. You want your left knee directly above your left ankle. Knee kind of open. It's got a tendency to want to come in. Keep it open. And then you can look over the middle finger. So just check your torso isn't leaning forward. It's directly up. So to go into reverse warrior, turn the palm of the left hand up. Keep the legs exactly where they are. They don't move at all. And then you reverse it, keeping the left knee bent. Looking up at the left arm. Nice back bend, strong in the legs. And come back into warrior two. Two more breaths here. Nice, deep, even breath. Control the breath. Control the emotions. And to come out, just straighten that left leg. Turn your feet forward. Just heel toe in a little bit, but you're still going to have your legs a good bit wider than shoulder width apart. Turn both toes out. We're going to go into goddess. So bring the cactus arms up, bend at the elbows. Deep breath in, exhale, bend the knees. You're trying to imagine you're keeping the knees pressed open. The more you do that, the more you'll feel it in your thighs. You can either stay here. If you want to challenge yourself, you can try picking up the heel of the left leg, left foot. With control, come back down. Pick up the heel of the right foot with control. Come back down. Try coming up on both. Keep the core engaged, belly sucked in. Come back down. Excellent. And from here, let's come back to the top of your mat. If you can come in one fell swoop. And we'll try tree. We did that last week, so we're going to try it again. So I'll stand and face you. So we're going to start on the left leg. Pick up the heels on the right. Just take the weight on the left leg. When you're ready, we're going to lift the right foot. We want to feel as if the right knee is pressing open. Keep the shoulders back. But importantly, do not be putting pressure with the heel on the knee. Cause injuries. That's as far as mine goes. If you can bring it up into the inner thigh, that's great. Press your hands in prayer, it helps with balance. If you want to challenge yourself, lift the arms up above the head, channel your inner tree that you can blow in the wind. You might shake a little. I'm going to stay standing. And when you're ready, come back the way you went in. Try with grace and control. Bring the foot down. Well done. We'll try on the other side. Take the weight on the right foot. And when you're ready, pick up the foot. Place it on. You can place it on the calf. That's better than putting it on the knee if it can't go up to the thigh. Right on the thigh. Whoops. My tree's a bit wobbly. Keeping the knee pressing open. Hands in prayer. It helps if you fix your gaze on a steady point in front of you. If you would like, raise the hands. And when you're ready, bring the hands back in front of the heart. Come down. Excellent. So we're going to do the rest of the class on the floor, but I need to just sort the video out, so hang on. Just give me 1 minute. Go. So we'll just flow down rather than collapsing down onto the ground. Let's do quick sun salutations to get there. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fall forward. Come up halfway. Hands to the floor. Kick the feet back. Lower chin and chest. Push up to cobra. Tuck toes under. Come up into downward dog. And from here, see if you can walk the feet forward. And once your feet come third behind the hands, you can cross your ankles, cross your feet, and see if you can bend your knees, come down to seated. Right, legs out in front. I'm going to come around this way. It's easier for you to see what I'm doing. So let's check our posture. So to engage the legs, flex the feet. Your heels might even come off the ground somewhat. Roll the shoulders back. And this is actually called Dandasana, which is staff pose. So bring the hands to the side. They might not reach the ground, might not reach the ground. If you keep doing this, they probably will eventually, because your shoulders will become more limber. But what is essentially just sitting down actually can become a very active position. Push your heels away from you. Bring the toes towards you. Shoulders back, hands reaching down to the ground, but reaching up through the torso. Breathe, we'll stay here for a couple of breaths. Fully active pose. Sucking in the core muscles. Oh, and relax. So open up the legs and bring the right foot into the left thigh. I'm just going to lift my hips up so that I'm facing the left foot. Keep that knee pressing open. Take a deep breath in, really reaching up, elongating through the torso. And then as you exhale, fold forward, grabbing onto wherever's comfortable. Maybe it's the calf, the ankle, toes. And really use the breath here. Inhale, lengthening the chest as if the chest could pull towards the foot. Exhale, sink lower. Close down the eyes. Deepen the breath and really use the breath here. See if in every exhale you can come a little bit lower. But really feel as if you're relaxing into it, easing into it, rather than as if you're trying to hold on and pull yourself down. Use the power of the breath. And then to come out, just look up towards the toes, walk the hands back up. Do a counter pose, so a slight back bend, bring the hand behind you, and push the hips up, let the head drop back, and then just sink back down. Walk it over, bring the left foot into the thigh, shift the hips round so you're facing the extended foot. And try to keep the knee pressing down, although mine doesn't go very far. So inhale, reach up, looking up at the hands, exhale, falling forward. So as usual, inhaling, lengthening, and exhaling, maybe finding some more space. Try and relax the shoulders, relaxing the facial muscles. Finding a little place of calm for yourself. And to come out, look at the toes, slowly walk the hands up, bring the left hand behind, and then pushing the hips forward, coming up on one knee. Nice counter pose after the forward fold. Bring the hips back to the ground. Swing the legs round if you are facing the same way as we, so that you're sitting along your mat. And we're just going to lower, slowly. Oh, down to the ground. Keep the knees bent. We'll do some twists. So first of all, let's stretch the right leg all the way up to the ceiling, flexing the foot, really feeling that nice stretch down the back of the leg. It's lovely. And then cross the right leg over the left. Now you want to bring your palms to the ground and just shiggle your hips over a little bit to the right. It'll give you more room. And then you're going to let your both knees fall over to the left. Bring your arms out, either stretch them out to either side or bring them in cactus arms. But you want to be keeping your right shoulder still in contact with the ground. You might find that you're gripping onto tension in the legs and the thighs particularly. Try and tell them to let go. And as the tension eases in the legs, you might actually feel yourself twisting around a little bit more. Breathing deeply. Using the calming power of the breath to help your legs and your thigh muscles to relax. Out of the posture, we're going to slowly roll onto your back, across our legs, bring both feet flat to the floor, bring your hips back into center. This time, bring the left leg up, flexing the foot, pointing the toes towards you, pushing the heel away, and that lovely stretch. And then cross the left leg over the right thigh. Move your hips over to the left, and then let the knees drop over to the right. Close down the eyes. Enjoy the stretch. We're really slowing down now. No need to force anything. Just enjoy the stretching out the muscles all down the left hand side. As we come to the end of the class, quite nice to purposefully sort of elongate the breath. So try and make the inhale and the exhale just slightly longer. So you don't want to force it, but just allowing it to become deeper. On the next inhale, roll onto the back, bring the hips back to center, stretch out the left leg, stretch out the right leg. And we'll get ready for a final relaxation pose, Shavasana, most important one of the whole class. Make any final adjustments you need. So bring the feet to the edges of the mat, let the toes fall outwards, opening up the thighs. Bring the backs of the palms to the floor, a generous distance away from the body. Tuck the chin in just slightly, elongating the back of the neck. Close the eyes. And just take a moment to observe the whole body. Does it feel different to the start of class? Maybe your muscles feel slightly tender. So you just know that they've been stretched and exercised. Feel the breath slow down. And just at the beginning, as we did at the beginning of class, when you inhale, feel the sensation of the air coming in through the nose, filling the chest, but also going all the way down to the belly. Expanding the belly. And then when you exhale, the belly falls back and the air comes back out through the nostrils. Just observe that comforting sensation of the air in the nostrils. Slight warmth of the air as it breathed in. And then possibly the cooler temperature as it's breathed out. Should that be the other way around? But feel the heaviness of the body as it's pressing into the floor. All the muscles in the body, just give up any effort. There's absolutely nothing to be done at the moment. Just to lie here. Peace and the warmth. Completely relaxed. For the next few minutes, just enjoy this time that you've carved out for yourself. This time complete serenity and relaxation. So with the next inhale, you allow that breath, bring some energy back into your body, allowing you to make some really small movements, just of the fingers and then your toes. Start to rotate the wrists, rotate the ankles, bend the elbows, bend the knees, bring the feet flat to the floor. Rock your knees from side to side. Keeping your eyes closed, roll onto one side. Taking a moment to pause there. When you're ready, help yourself up into a seated position. Make some nice, roll the shoulders back and down. You can just rotate the neck gently to one side, the other. And then stretch the arms out to either side, opening up the chest. Turn the palms upwards, raise the arms up overhead till the palms come together. Bring the hands down in front of the face till they're in front of the heart. Drop the head. Bring the head up. You can open the eyes. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed that.